Hiya, folks. I hope you're all keeping well and staying sane in this ever increasingly stunning and brave new world that continues to unfold before our very eyes. And apologies, by the way, for the relative slowdown in content this year. I guess sometimes other priorities just get in the way, and to be honest, I've kind of struggled to focus on making content on my usual areas of expertise and interest given the massive COVID crisis shaped elephant that has invaded all of our front rooms and at times literally held us all captive. Anyway, the good news is that I have made two new videos on that specific subject, which are available to watch right now by following the links below. And today also marks a new direction for the glass blind spot that, to be honest, I should have implemented a very long time ago. So, going forward, the glass blind spot will be available on the following alternative platforms: Odyssey, BitChute, Rumble, and brand new Tube. And in an effort to encourage you all to come follow me on at least one new platform of your preference, from now on, I'll be prioritizing all content uploads to those options. My current favorite in terms of usability is probably Odyssey, but I'll be interested to hear your thoughts in the comments. And don't worry if you'd prefer to just keep following me on YouTube, because certainly for the foreseeable future, I'll be continuing to upload content here also, albeit a minimum of 24 hours after it's made its debut on all of the aforementioned alternatives. Presumably the reason why I'm doing this will be obvious. YouTube's policy and practices around publishing, censorship and so-called hate speech have become increasingly unpalatable over recent years, and I feel extremely uncomfortable vicariously supporting this with my continued presence on their platform. I also feel increasingly uncomfortable vicariously supporting the company that owns them, given their censorious practices, especially now that they have publicly mandated emergency use vaccinations as a condition of employment. To date, I've been relatively lucky in the sense that YouTube's Sword of Damocles hasn't especially troubled this channel in the way that it has so many others, but that's clearly not a good argument for simply doing nothing. And besides, my videos are regularly demonetized, and even though it's impossible to prove, this channel does clearly appear to have been impacted by some form of shadow banning, given that any momentum I've managed in terms of growth has entirely flatlined. Or who knows, maybe the audience for my sort of content has realistically just reached its peak. The good news is if you're keen to remain part of that audience, I have no plans to disappear anytime soon. And now that I've got a bit of COVID related content out of my system, I aim to just keep on keeping on at what I do best. And hopefully you'll be pleased to hear that I have a late summer autumn schedule of goodies ready to roll. So why not widen your horizons and come follow my further adventures on an alternative platform? And also hit the comments section to let me know your thoughts on the available options. Do you have a particular preference? And are there any additional platforms you'd like to see me use? While I'm here, I'll just remind you that I still have a B-Sides channel on YouTube, and I'll be uploading some additional content there next week as well. I also have a website featuring curated collections of videos that I hope are particularly helpful for newcomers largely unfamiliar with my work. And I also have a Subscribestar account where you can help support my work in return for access to an archive vault of goodies. I'll take this opportunity to say that you can also support me via a one-off payment via the link on my website or via the Buy Me a Coffee link below. I'm entirely committed to the principle of free-to-air content, so please don't feel obliged. But I do all this work in my spare time, and my current computer really is on its last legs, so any help is very much appreciated. Anyway, thanks for sticking with me, and as the saying goes, the secret to a long life is knowing when it's time to go, so hopefully see you in a couple of minutes over on the other side.
Can't you see it too? There's an elephant in the room.